Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a mold comparison between the NG model 757-200 with the scimitar winglets and the Gemini Jet 757-200 with scimitar winglets. And this will be a good comparison because both aircraft are united, as you can see. So it should be pretty uniform across both, I would say. I think they both have a Wi-Fi dome, they both have the same engine type. I tried doing this with my, a comparison with my Gemini and NG 757-200 without the scimitar, and it wasn't really a good comparison because one of the models was really old, or not really old, but it was definitely an older release by Gemini jets before they had the rolling landing gear, and it wasn't the best comparison, but I think this will be a better comparison because they are both from the same airline. Similar release dates. Of course, this one, it did come out like a year, I guess it's almost 2 years after this unit. I'm trying to remember now. I think it's about 2 years. Maybe it's, I don't know. You guys can let me know down in the comments when Gemini released their Her Art Here's, because I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's 2 years now that I'm thinking about it, but let's just get into the review of these glorious models. And here they both are, the NG and Gemini United 752 with scimitar winglets. We'll start with the landing gear. The Gemini, here's the comparison. The Gemini, I would say, I think it's slightly less detailed. It also looks bigger. So let's see here. Yeah, the Gemini is bigger. Sorry about that. Wasn't quite in view. But the Gemini landing gear, the nose landing gear is bigger. So I think you might be able to see that yeah. You can see the Gemini is a little bit bigger. The front landing gear, nose landing gear. Although it does roll a lot better. The NG does too, but the main gears on the NG just do not roll very well. Get into the main gears next. Gemini definitely rolls a lot better, but the detail is probably not as great. I think the NG model's landing gears look better, but these do roll, as you can see, roll very well. There's the NG. As I said, these do not roll very well. They just basically kind of stuck there. I will say the detail, though, is a little bit better. Sorry, it's out of focus. The detail is a little bit better on the NG than the Gemini, but it doesn't roll, which is kind of unfortunate. I will say, though, the wheels are a lot thicker on the Gemini than on the NG for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it's pretty clear there that the wheels in the Gemini are a lot thicker and I think a little bit bigger too, which I think is it's inaccurate, but it's not too big of a detail. Another big difference here is the thickness in the wing. As you can see, the Gemini is definitely a lot more thick than the NG, and honestly, the horizontal and vertical stabilizers too. You can see definitely a lot more thick on the Gemini. Not too big of a detail, but I will say the NG once again looks better in that department. The big comparison, though, and this one's pretty well documented, is the winglets on the NG and the Gemini. As you can see, I'll get it focused. Sorry about that. The Gemini is a little bit thicker. It's bigger, definitely. I'll say the engine definitely looks a lot better. It's more thin, more sleek, not as big as this one. A lot less obvious. I'll say they both look pretty good, but you can see the Gemini just, the NG's better. Another interesting thing about the winglet here on this NG model, I actually noticed when I was doing the first review on this one, which I had posted previously on my channel, actually just a few days ago, the review of the Southwest Freedom 1 and this United 752 in detail. This winglet doesn't have any of the gold trim, or it's not gray or anything. You can see on this side, it has I'll get it in focus here. Come on. It has the gold trim there, and it's not all blue. This looks a lot more like the Evo Blue winglet on this side, which this was produced right after the Evo Blue 752 by NG models. So I'm throwing the possibility out there that they could have put the Evo Blue winglet on the Continental Globe livery. It kind of looks like they did, but they also messed up the Wi-Fi dome on this one. Just completely fell out when I opened it. And that actually leads on to our next comparison, which is the Wi-Fi dome. And the Gemini looks... This is where Gemini wins, and this is probably because I had to glue it, fell out. And as you can see, it comes up here on the edge. I'll bring in my pen again. I don't know why I put this down, but it kind of... You can see that it just does not look as great. The Gemini, the Wi-Fi dome definitely looks a lot better. It's just, there's a little bit of a jump there on the NG. Does not look as good, but that's probably because I had to glue it. I mean, if NG glued it in their own factory, then I wouldn't have had to do that. But it's still a good model. Oh, another thing, I just noticed this, but the exit paths here, there are the arrows that go off the white part there on the NG. This is probably a United Airlines thing and not a NG models or Gemini issue. But the arrows do not go down here. I'm guessing it's just on the particular aircraft. There are arrows on off the white part there, but on this one there isn't for some reason. So they're still both very good models. I highly recommend if you can find both of them, you get them. I know the Here's are pretty rare, so. I highly recommend you get it if you can find it. Both got these from DG Pilot, actually, from their retail store. I prefer purchasing from their retail store than from the online. I just think it works a little bit better. You get to meet the people there. I recommend you go there if you're in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, located in St. Paul, Minnesota. I feel like I'm doing adverts for them all the time. Well, with that being said, that'll do it for this epic review. Two very great models by two very great companies, even though they both had their issues, especially in the quality control department. Jeez. But that'll do it for this quick review. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. As always, good night.